Using the rods, the clear acrylic rods, the other day, I thought it would be kind of fun to go back and revisit the rods and point out some of the ways that they can be used in addition to using them just for fronts. The rods themselves are really 3 feet long, acrylic, tubed acrylic, not tubed, but solid acrylic, rounded, and at one end I have holes drilled and rings put through, key rings put through, and in one I have a snap attached. You'll see why in a few minutes. Now, some of the ways that these rods can be used are, for example, on the broad jump. On the broad jump, I've taken and placed a small Velcro patch on the rod and also a small Velcro patch on the broad jump, the last board of the broad jump, so that I can take and set the rod on like so, and it will help prevent the dog from cutting. Now, Dash, come. Usually when I train the broad jump, get back, Dash, with me. I set my dog up initially. The first, I do it 3 times over. In other words, 3 reps. The first 2 times are done with my dog set up over here, off the center of the jump. The reason for that is I want him to learn to go to the far corner. Very often, people that are having difficulty with cutting, with their dog cutting, will tend to set up more and more and more over to this side. As they do, of course, the dog gets the angle of going to the other side. So I want my dog to be thinking in terms of, hey, listen, of going across to the far corner. Stay. I keep one rod in my hand, and the other, of course, is on the last board of the broad jump. Dash over. Heel. It can also be used to prevent him from coming too far forward. Now, normally I would do 2 of those. Now I'm just going to do 1 and show you how it works with the dog center. Dash, heel. Come on, let's go. Stay. Dash over. And on occasion, sit, I use them together. And the way I do it then is by moving my left hand out to prevent the dog from cutting, and then bringing it in so that I've got 2 rods there for a front. Demonstrating that, come on, let's go, here, let's go, up here, up here. Sit, stay. Dash over. Heel. Good boy. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Another way the rods can be used is by helping to teach the dog how to side pass. Like this, for example. Move. So they act as a guide. Sit. And back the other way. Move. Sit. And they can also be used if you clip them together and heel. Simply sit, place them in front of the dog's feet, so that they prevent forward motion on the change of positions. To demonstrate that, we'll make the first one a stand. Stand. Stay. So the dog knows, the dog has learned that he should not move out, move forward, and touch the rods. Another way that the rods can be used is on the moving stand. If you do an around finish, very often the dogs tend to go wide on the right side. So to prevent that, I train my dogs to go between the rod and my right leg, like so. Heel. Yes. Good boy. Yay. Good job. Okay. Touch. The rods can also be used as a marker on the drop-on recall if you should so wish to have a marker. They can be used as a down stick from the side, for example, clipping one rod onto the collar of the dog and simply pushing down, stay, and similarly they can be used as a down stick from the front by clipping onto the collar and simply pushing back and down, down. Now that wasn't clipped on, but I'm sure you get the idea. Another way that the rods can be used is as a guide. If you're doing go-outs, for example, at the turn and sit point, if you simply lay them down parallel. If, on the other hand, you're having curving on your go-out, you can place these as a marker, as a trough or a slot, so the dog will go through them at the point where the curve off starts. Another way that the rods can be used, and I use two of them this time, is if you have a very high drive dog, as is Dash, and he sometimes fumbles or makes a poor pickup and you want to work on it, and you want to prevent him from making a bad pickup, one of the ways that I use the rods is by holding a rod upright right in front of an end-to-end dumbbell, because those are the ones that are difficult for a high drive dog, Dash, and simply getting him, it prevents him from picking it up on the end. He learns to go around and come in on the bar, and as he does that, I'll step back and slot him like this for his front. It also helps to make the dog understand that turn should be quick and tight. So, just demonstrating that. Take it. Yes. Give. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. What a guy. So I'll do that again. Come on over here. Here. Sit. Stay. Take it. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Nice pickup. Give. Stick. So these are just a few additional ways that the rods can be used in training different exercises. Thank you very much, and I hope this helps your training.